we'll finish with your side.
Go ahead.
So let's go to the penultimate game, which of course was Sporting Kansas City against LA Galaxy. The return of
Landy.
I
didn't know you'd done that.
Landy there.
Nice.
Me and Pet touched on it last week. He's come back for a period of games. You know, the injuries to Gerrard, and De Jong has gone to Galatasaray, and Zardes is out and things like that, so they needed Zardes.
I remember that.
Your mate.
Interviewed him, said his name wrong.
Good start.
Called him Vardes.
Vardes. Why not?
Didn't make the final cut of the video that we put out.
Of course, that's been on the cutting floor. Vardes. Maybe that's what. Yeah. Let's just quickly move on. Sporting Kansas City, very, very strong at home. LA Galaxy haven't really done what people thought they would do this season, but are very much in that mix, no question about it. Alan Gordon with a good header early on put them ahead. 2 goals in the second half for Sporting Kansas City. Dom Dwyer setting the first goal up with a lovely little ball to the back stick, which used out the keeper, and the defender didn't show enough to try and clear it. Peterson clearly wanted it more and headed it in. Dwyer then scores to put them ahead. Donovan coming on the pitch, the crowd giving him stick, chanting.
Stuff,
I think he was chanting AARP, which is something about the American retirement player or something, giving him stick about because he's been out the game for a couple of years. Lo and behold, 3 minutes later, Donovan does what Donovan does.
And you know what, it's a finish, isn't it? You can be whatever, you could still do that now.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got it and you know how to finish the ball, whether it's your wrong foot or not, people who've got it have just got it, and they don't lose that, you know what I mean? It's not his first touch of the game, but it's his first meaningful touch, isn't it? And great finish, man. And it's good to see, isn't it? Because you want to see players who've done so much for the league do well. Yeah. And you know, he's put himself in such a difficult position there, because really, it was a no-win situation for him. You know, that was like a 1 in 100. He scores in the first couple of minutes of coming on and all that type of stuff. Really, he's done that because he wanted to help out. He's wanted to help his former club out. And I'm made up. I love that sort of that. You know, that fairy tale story, and I'm just glad that it's happened to him, to be honest, because he's a player, as I say, he's done so much for the league, he's done so much for his country with regard to soccer, that it's just good to see, man. Yeah,
it's great. It's a great story, isn't it? You know, and like you said, you're absolutely spot on. He's put himself in a tricky situation, because if this goes wrong, people start remembering him as, oh yeah, but he was brilliant, why did he come back? And the fact that he's come back and made an impact already, and that's fantastic. It'll give him the confidence. Tough place to go as well. You know, Sporting have been very, very strong at home, 9 wins this season. Galaxy in second place there. The home form, fantastic, 8 wins and 7 ties, unbeaten of course at home. Only 3 wins on the road. I think you'd expect more from that Galaxy side.
You would, because the players that they've got involved in it, and you know, these are big, experienced footballers, and they should be able to go away and grind out results sometimes.
Right, Chris, this is the conference that you pointed out something to me before, and it's quite startling, really.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think we've probably got it better on this one, haven't we? The graphic on that one.
Okay, so basically what I've noticed, I noticed it a couple of weeks ago, is that when bottom of the league have conceded less than top of the league, there's a bit of a problem. So Houston Dynamo have conceded 37 goals in 28 games. FC Dallas have conceded 39 goals. What is going on? And what makes matters worse, Houston Dynamo have scored 33 goals. That's more than the 3rd place team in the league. How are they so many points off? They're like 19 points off or something like that, 18 points off 3rd. They've scored more goals than them, and they've conceded less than top of the league. This is MLS. This is crazy stuff. This is why we love the MLS though. In what world can you ever imagine that happening in the Premier League, where like Newcastle go down and they've conceded less than Blooming Leicester, the top of the league?
It's berserk, isn't it? I mean, like you said, you rightly said before, there's 3 teams with a positive goal difference
in the entire league.
It's just,
and that's just the Western Conference. If you go over to the Eastern Conference, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 teams with a negative goal difference. Basically, what it means is there's two sides. It's Toronto and New York Red Bulls that are getting all the goals and not conceding that many.
Philadelphia have got +2 as well. That's it. But the rest, your side, we're going to come on to now.
They're third in the league with a -1 goal difference.
Look at New England, they've got the worst difference out of anyone, and they're just plonked round the middle. -12.
It's bonkers because, when we look at the Premier League and you get towards the end of the season, you can pretty much say the teams with the best goal difference first, and then it goes down, and then the middle teams are all about the same, and then it just goes down in negative numbers. Looking at the MLS, if I pulled up a goal difference and said, these have scored 50 and conceded 51, where do you reckon they are in the league? I would not be guessing third place.
No.
Never.
Although, let me just hit you with one little quick stat. When Everton finished 4th all those years ago in 2005, they finished with a -1 goal difference.
Did they?
Basically because
we got
spanked 7-0 by Arsenal because the players had been partying for 3 days. So they only effectively had like a kind of a +5 or 6 towards the end of the season.
Oh, that's fair. Did you get in the Champions League that year?
We got into a qualifying game, yeah. But
how did you do it? We
got the
Statman.
There was only one team out of 40 that we should never have been pitted against because because the coefficient said and the result, the rules said, but they allowed another club to come into it from the same city which they shouldn't have done. They got given TNS and we got Villarreal, who actually got to the semi-finals that year.
Yeah, there was
got beat by Arsenal.
There was something about, was there a refereeing decision or something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Do you know what? I went to that game.
Did you? As a blue? Like your brother?
Yeah, I went with my ex-bear.
No, did you? Yeah,
it was a good game of footy because you'd lost the one away, hadn't you, by a few
No, it was at home. The first leg was home.
First leg at home.
It was home. We got beat 3-1, yeah.
Is that the one where Ferguson went and punched someone in the area?
No, that was Steaua Bucharest. That was in the year.
Where you got beat like 4-1 or 5-1 away.
5-1 away, which is a nightmare.
Well, I thought to myself, my girlfriend at the time was a Blue Nose, and I was like, do you know what? Sounds like a decent game of footy. You go there, you could see Everton attack and all that type of stuff. I was like, she's like, do you want to go with me? I was like, yeah, go ahead. Why not? Like,
footy.
Needless to say.
We won 1-0. Chaos scored.
We won, but it wasn't enough. Which made my night even better.
Yeah, it was nowhere near enough. But
don't a little bit off topic.
Don't tuck it.
That's like early noughties Premier League.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Let's move on to your team.
Yes.
New York City against FC Dallas. New York City against the best team in MLS.
Hey, look, we did it without Frank Lampard for the half as well. We get a draw against them, don't we?
Yeah.
Look, you know what? There are some real things about this New York City side that I really like. And, I like McNamara, I like Harrison, I love the Lampard Pirlo. We made a couple of changes. We brought in Iraola into centre mid, and we brought the right back Allen on as well. So that midfield for me wasn't looking as good as it has done in recent weeks, but they're a good side, FC Dallas, and both sides could have won it in the 90+ minute at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Saunders comes up with a great save, and then there's some absolutely shocking defending.
Mendoza.
But the Mendoza
the last
one
kick of the
for
game.
us should have gone in, like, do you know what I mean? And
he got it past the keeper, didn't he? Just stuck it wide.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to quickly talk about Jack Harrison because he didn't have the best game, to be fair. But his touch, 2 assists, the touch for Tommy McNamara's goal.
Oh, beautiful.
Absolutely.
So the ball's floated in, isn't it? And he sees him, and he can see, the best thing about it for me is he can see their right back player him on. Because you'd think sometimes that's a little bit like of a hit and hope almost, and hope that he's onside. The way that he's looking, he can see across it there. He knows he's on. The touch is just beautiful. McNamara finishes it brilliantly. And the second one is crossing. Absolutely superb, and then Shelton just wants it more, doesn't he? He just gets on the header, gets in there, like, what a brilliant ball. He might not have had the best of games, but 2 assists, and that's what I was talking about before with the young kid, what's his name, Jordan Matthews.
Morris,
sorry, I've got an NFL player stuck in my head there. Jordan Morris is that, but you've got to step up at key times during the game, and he's done that, hasn't he, Harrison, for us?
Definitely. I mean, the first goal for the equaliser for Dallas, Aruti, who's a bit hit and miss, got a couple of goals in the final last week. The first goal,
the angle. You're going to blame the keeper?
I am, because the angle he scores at, it's near post. Should he not be? almost with a hand inside that near post just to block that angle off, because it's bad defending, to be fair, because he's allowed to just run past on the angle. The angle is tight, and I'm thinking Saunders thinks he's got to cut this back.
I think you're right. I think you're spot on there.
Lashes it in off the
there was
underside.
A little bit of pulling from our defender as well, wasn't there? You know what I mean? At that point, when he was cutting inside, exactly the same as you, Barry, I was thinking, he's cutting this back here, he's cutting this back here. And then I put myself into Saunders' head, and I'm like, if I'm holding on to the post, am I in the best position to leave my line? If I'm thinking he's going to cut it across. So I think you can apportion a little bit of blame to Saunders, and Saunders hasn't been great for us this season. He does just as good as he does bad, though.
Yeah, that's
he pulls it out the bag at the same time. This is a guy who won the MLS Cup with Galaxy, so he's been there. Was it Galaxy he won it with?
I think it
long
was
time ago.
Long time ago.
So he's got a clanger in him. I'm not 100% that that's all on him, to be honest with you. It's it from a terrible angle for the keeper. It is near post, but he friggin' twats it at the end of the day, doesn't he? And
he hits it wrong. He hits it quite hard, Chris. Yeah, let's leave it there. And Barrios, of course, put Dallas in front. He's different class, Barrios. Quality little player.
It's just
well.
That little 1-2 on the edge of the area is fantastic, isn't it? And that's the hardest thing in football to stop, isn't it? You know, 1-2s, especially on the edge of the area, you're just hoping that your man tracks them, and it's so hard to do because they've always got the run on you. And that 1-2 will always work in football as long as we're playing it.
Definitely. I mean, Dallas coming off the back of winning the US Open Cup against New England Revolution 4-2 last Thursday. That was fantastic for them. They were outstanding. Really outstanding to win that. They've been brilliant, and it's great to see them win their first piece of silverware in 19 years. People talking about them doing a treble. They're obviously ahead in the Supporters' Shield, which obviously is awarded to the best side in both conferences over the 34-game regular season. And then people talking about them going on to win MLS Cup from that.
Has anyone ever done it before?
Got very close. I don't know, Chris, to be honest with you. It's okay. You put me right on my toes. I will do the research and get back to you. But
I can just get it myself, it's fine.
It's gonna be, well, you can do it yourself, you don't need to, and then you can tell me. But it's gonna be really tough. They were very close last season, of course. They lost in effectively the semi-final, but it's the conference finals. They got beat by Portland in that. They were really close in that. Can they go one extra this year? They're looking, they're flying again.
They've looked the best.
They've been the best side all season, to be fair. Oscar Pereira has just got such a great side there. Lost Castillo, of course, he's gone to Trabzonspor in Turkey. And people thought whether that'd tail off a little bit for them. It hasn't. He just kept on going. Okay, they lost the home last week, the first home defeat against Colorado, but it was with a weekend side with the cup final coming up. So he bounced back. That's a really good result for them at Yankee Stadium. They can keep that momentum going. If we're just quickly looking at the standings there for Dallas, still 4 points ahead at the top. Rapids win their 2 games and would take over them. But points on the board.
Points in the bag at this stage of the competition. There'd only be one more, wouldn't they? 1 more point ahead of them, if I remember correctly. So at this point, I'd be looking at it going, if FC Dallas are going, I'd rather have got those 5 points in the bag on top of them.
Without a shadow. Just quickly on New York City, comfortably in the playoffs, no question about that now. If they can make sure Lampard's fit for these playoffs, they've been brilliant all season, really. He could be a key element in those playoffs.
Yeah, and the thing with New York City is that out of all the away form, they're playing pretty well away from home, and when it gets to those playoffs and stuff, I know Toronto have also won 6 games away, but New York City have also won 6 games.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you go, I look at it and I think that has some bearing on where this MLS Cup ends up, and I'd like to see actually the Western Conference to see how good people have been away from home, because I know that FC Dallas have been fantastic at home. So there you go. Okay, so 5
away with
FC Dallas. So
they've got the momentum. Real Salt Lake the next best with 4, and Vancouver who have lost 10, but they've won 4 on the travels as well. So it's.
But we're up there, you know what I mean. When it comes to away wins and stuff, that might just see us through to hopefully an exciting end to the season.
Definitely. Very quickly, because I forgot about this game and I really shouldn't have, because it was a cracking game. The last game of the weekend. It's a pity Ped isn't here, because he gives Josie Altidore quite a kicking on this show quite a few times. Since he done it, Josie Altidore basically has just scored every week.
Yeah.
He didn't disappoint again this weekend.
2 goals again.
2 goals. But BWP, you were really impressed with.
Oh,
with
mate, you know
goals,
what,
weren't you, in this one?
That first one, the little dink over the keeper, just class. Absolutely class.
Wasn't it?
And you know what I love as well? I love it when you score a great goal and you're a little bit cocky with your celebration and he just stands there like that, giving
Dion Dublin-esque.
Superman like, and I'm like, that's boss.
It was.
I love that like.
They'd already gone ahead, obviously, by the show with the own goal. I think they'd scored anyway. There was a man behind them. Bright Phillips scores that gorgeous little dink over the keeper for 2-0. Michael Bradley, another player who Ped has nailed a few times.
He's not here.
He's gone hiding this week.
Basically.
Yeah. Bradley reduces the arrears to 3-1 rather, but then Bradley Wright Phillips
Again.
Sasha Question with a lovely little weighted pass, and that finish.
Just beautiful.
The finish from Wright Phillips.
It's just class. And you know, he's done it all season long, hasn't he? You know what I mean? He's 20 goals again
20
this
goals
season.
again. I think he's the only man to get 20 goals twice in the season.
Unbelievable.
You know, still just keeps going. But Josie Altidore, you know, we said we loved Wright Phillips' goal, and we did. Altidore, probably the best goal of free kick, would you say? The best goal of them?
Yeah, I think so. That free kick's
far out, isn't he? And it's because he's beating a good keeper there. Robles is a good goalie.
Am I right in saying that the defender was trying to run back to get on the line for it as well?
Line, and it was just whipped and bent.
That's proper Pro Evo or FIFA tactics. That
quick, get someone back.
And he's not quick enough to
he
get
just
back
hasn't got it. He hasn't held R2 down quick enough.
He's not jumped. He's not jumped and running back. Oh no, what's going on? Like, hell of a finish. And his second was good as well.
And the second was good. Nice little turn. Alright, he's bobbled it into the corner, but it was a nice turn. And 3-3, it was probably the right result. I've just seen a little stat there. New York Rebels have dropped a league where it's 18 points from winning positions in 2016.
Good.
From their point of view,
they're our rivals.
Yeah, but from their point of view, it's not good, is it? 18 points, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that would have them.
And that's,
I mean,
it's a problem with MLS teams in general, as we've mentioned, by goal difference. That's what happens when you're not very good.
Well, they've actually got the best. Them and Toronto got the best goal difference in the league anyway, at +12.
But look, mate,
but again,
conceded.
But look, this has been the problem, though, mate. Look, it's only 2 road wins. I mean, they're the 3-1 up in that game on the road. You know, let's get this game closed out.
You've got to be able to change the way you're playing sometimes to see a game out.
Definitely. I mean, they've had 10 home wins, which is incredible for me. I've just done it again, haven't I? I've just said the final game, but we can't. There was 2 games left. Colorado and San Jose 0-0. Not really much to say. Tim Howard, another clean sheet. That's 2 on the spin for him. Colorado doing really well in 3rd place. San Jose, bit hit and miss. Can't get any kind of momentum going. And Real Salt Lake lost their first home game of the season to bottom place Houston, who have conceded less. Didn't see it coming, but Alex with a wonderful finish from the edge of the box. Houston, couple of wins in the last 3 or 4 games after not winning for a while. But Real Salt Lake comfortably in those playoff positions. But there we go. It's
good week of MLS football.
It was a great week. It was a great week, and it's all heating up, mate, as we move towards the business end, as you so rightly put it before.
I've said it about 7 times.
You've said it. I think every game you've said it. You've said the business end, and that's what we
I realised. I was like, I'm going to have to stop saying that.
He's here for his catchphrases, and there's occasional use of profanity which we don't like. Big thanks to Chris for joining me this week on the MLS Show. You'll be seeing him again when I can grab him and he's not so busy. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, tell your mates, and we'll catch you soon on the MLS Show. Tough place to go as well. You know, Sporting have been very, very strong at home. 9 wins this season. Galaxy in 2nd place there. The home form fantastic. 8 wins and 7 ties. Unbeaten, of course, at home. Only 3 wins on the road. I think you'd expect more from that Galaxy side.
You would, because the players that they've got involved in it, and, you know, these are big, experienced footballers, and they should be able to go away and grind out results sometimes.
Right, Chris, this is the conference that you pointed out something to me before, and it's quite startling, really.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think we've probably got it better on this one, haven't we? the graphic on that one.
Okay, so basically what I've noticed, I noticed it a couple of weeks ago, is that when bottom...
Well, that's being on the cutting floor, Vardes. Maybe that's what, yeah. Let's just quickly move on. Sporting Kansas City, very, very strong at home. LA Galaxy haven't really done what people thought they would do this season, but are very much in that mix, no question about it. Alan Gordon with a good header early on, put them ahead. 2 goals in the second half for Sporting Kansas City. Dom Dwyer setting the first goal up with a lovely little ball to the back stick, which he got the keeper, and the defender didn't show enough to try and clear it. Peterson clearly wanted it more and headed it in. Dwyer then scores to put them ahead. Donovan coming on the pitch, the crowd giving him stick, chanting,
stuff,
I think he was chanting AARP, which is something about the American retirement player or something, giving him stick about, because he's been out the game for a couple of years. Lo and behold, 3 minutes later, Donovan does what Donovan does.
And you know what, it's a finish, isn't it? You can be whatever, you could still do that now.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got it, and you know how to finish the ball, whether it's your wrong foot or not, people who've got it have just got it, and they don't lose that, you know what I mean? It's not his first touch of the game, but it's his first meaningful touch, isn't it? And great finish, man. And it's good to see, isn't it? Because you want to see players who've done so much for the league do well. Yeah. And you know, he's put himself in such a difficult position there, because really, it was a no-win situation for him. You know, that was like a 1 in 100. He scores in the first couple of minutes of coming on and all that type of stuff. Really, he's done that because he wanted to help out. He's wanted to help his former club out. And I'm made up. I love that sort of stuff. You know, that fairy tale story, and I'm just glad that it's happened to him, to be honest, because he's a player, as I say, he's done so much for the league, and he's done so much for his country with regard to soccer, that it's just good to see, man.
Yeah, it's a great story, isn't it? You know, and like you said, you're absolutely spot on. He's put himself in a tricky situation, because if this goes wrong, people start remembering him as, oh yeah, but he was brilliant, why did he come back? And the fact that he's come back and made an impact already, and that's fantastic. It'll give him the confidence. We'll finish with your side.
Go ahead.
So let's go to the penultimate game, which of course was Sporting Kansas City against LA Galaxy. The return of
Landy.
I
didn't know you'd done that.
Landy there.
Nice.
Me and Ped touched on it last week. He's come back for a period of games. You know, the injuries to Gerrard, and Jong has gone to Galatasaray, and Zardes is out and things like that, so they needed
Zardes. I remember that.
Your mate.
Interviewed him, said his name wrong.
Good start.
Called him Vardes.
Why not?
Didn't make the final cut of the video that we put out.
Of course.